Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alfi Shahrin Zainuddin and I am from Group 2, Mathematics Learning Strategy. Our topics is about cooperative learning model. This is the table of contents. First, we will discuss about the definition, and then we will discuss about the characteristics, and then the importance of cooperative learning model, and then the teacher's role. First, the definition. The definition of cooperative learning. Cooperative learning is one model of learning by way of students study and work in small groups collaboratively, whose members consist of 4 to 6 people with heterogeneous group structures. Johnson et al. 2006 expresses 5 essential elements that are emphasized in cooperative learning, namely positive interdependence, individual accountability, face-to-face promotive interaction, interpersonal and small group social skills, and group processing. Next, the characteristics. The characteristics. According to Sanjaya 2010, as for the characteristics in cooperative learning, namely team learning based on cooperative management, willingness to cooperate, and teamwork skills. Well, the team learning. Cooperative learning is a learning as a team. Teams are a place to achieve goals. Therefore, it must be able to make every student learn. All team members must help each other to achieve learning objectives. Therefore, the learning success criteria are determined by the success of the team. Also, each member of the group is heterogeneous. This means that the group consists of members who have different academic abilities, genders, and social backgrounds. This is intended so that each group member can share experiences, give and receive each other, so that each member is expected to contribute to the success of the group. The second characteristics based on cooperative management. As in general, management has 4 main functions, namely a planning function, an organizational function, an implementation function, and a control function. Likewise, in cooperative learning, the planning function shows that cooperative learning requires careful planning so that the learning process runs effectively. For example, what goals must be achieved, how to achieve them, what must be used to achieve these goals, and so on. The implementation function shows that cooperative learning must be carried out in accordance with the plan through predetermined learning steps, including mutually agreed themes. The organizational function shows that cooperative learning is a collective work between each member of the group. Therefore, it is necessary to set the duties and responsibilities of each group member. The control function shows that in cooperative learning it is necessary to determine the criteria for success both through test and non-test. The third characteristics is willingness to cooperate. The success of cooperative learning is determined by success as a group. Therefore, the principle of working together needs to be emphasized in the cooperative learning process. And teamwork skills. The willingness to work together is then practiced through activities that are reflected in cooperation skills. Thus, students need to be encouraged to be willing and able to interact and communicate with other members. Students need to be helped to overcome various obstacles in interacting and communicating, so that each student can convey ideas, express opinions, and contribute to the success of the group. Next, the syntax of cooperative learning. This is the syntax of cooperative learning. This syntax must be done if you want to carry out cooperative learning so as to produce the desired impact. There are 6 phases. The first phase is clarify goals and establish that. The teacher conveys the learning objectives to be achieved in the learning activities and emphasize the importance of the topics to be learned and motivate students to learn. The second phase is present information. The teacher presents information or material to students by means of demonstrations or through reading material. The third phase is to organize students into learning teams. The teacher explains to students how to form study groups and guides each group to make the transition effectively and efficiently. And the fourth phase, assist teamwork and study. The teacher guides the learning groups as they work on their assignment. The fifth phase is test on the material or the assessment. The teacher evaluates the learning outcomes about the material that has been learned or each group presents their work. And the last phase is to provide recognition. The teacher looks for ways to appreciate both the efforts and the learning outcomes of individuals and groups. Types of cooperative learning models. There are 4 types. First, model STAT or Student Achievement Divisions. This method was developed by Robert Slavin and friends from Johns Hopkins University. This method is used by teachers to teach students new academic information each week, either through verbal or written assessment. STAT or Student Team Achievement Divisions is the easiest and simplest learning model for the cooperative type in the process. Students are formed into heterogeneous learning groups with 4 to 5 members, varying from gender, ethnicity, religion, and other distinguishing factors. Second types is jigsaw model. The purpose of the jigsaw model, which is part of cooperative learning, is an increase in speaking, writing, and reading skills in order to experience an increase in accordance with the objectives of the jigsaw model. The activities carried out must also be related to speaking, writing, and reading. The third type is cooperative learning model group investigation type. In general, class organizing planning using GI or group investigation cooperate techniques is a group formed by the students themselves with 2 to 6 members. Each group is free to choose subtopics from the whole unit of material to be taught and then make or produce a group report. Furthermore, each group presents or displays its report to the whole class to share information, exchange. And the last types is a structural method. This method was developed by Spencer Kagan, who emphasized spatial structures designed to influence student interaction patterns. The examples of structural method learning techniques are looking for a pair or make a match, and then swap couples, and then send greetings and questions. And then storytelling in pairs, and Tuesday. Next, what factors that influence the cooperative learning? There are 2 factors that influenced. The first is motivation theory. The cooperative goal structure creates a situation where the only way group members can achieve their personal goals is if their group can succeed. Therefore, to achieve their personal goals, group members must help their teammates to do anything to make. And the second factors is cognitive theory. Cognitive theory emphasizes the effect of cooperation itself, whether the group tries to achieve group goals or not. Next, the importance of cooperative learning model. The importance of the cooperative learning model. In learning situation, often students look individualistic nature. Students tend to competing individually, being close to friends, not giving enough attention to classmates, spending only with certain people, wanting to win alone, and so on. If this situation is not impossible, it will be produced by citizens who are selfish, inclusive, introverted, lack of community interaction, indifferent to neighbors and the environment, less respect for others, and unwilling to accept other people's strengths and weaknesses. Symptoms like this would begin to appear in our society, little by little demonstrations, playing gang, elbows, and easily provoked. Therefore, the development and use of cooperative learning models have been carried out for a long time. Next to the cooperative learning model developed to achieve academics competency learning outcomes, cooperative learning models are also effective and develop at developing students' social competencies. Next, teachers' role in cooperative learning model. The teacher's role in cooperative learning is as a facilitator, mediator, director, motivator, and evaluator. As a facilitator, a teacher must have the following attitudes. First, able to create a comfortable and pleasant classroom atmosphere. Two, helping encouraging students to express and explain their desires and conversations both individually and in groups. 3. Helping activities and providing resources or equipment as well as helping smooth learning. 4. Fostering students so that everyone is a useful learning resources for others. And 5. The teachers must explain the purpose of the activities to the group and arrange the distribution in the exchange of opinions. And as a mediator, the teacher acts as a liaison in linking the learning material being discussed through cooperative learning with the real problems found in the field. As a director motivator, the teachers plays a role in guiding and mobilizing the course of the discussion, helping to smooth the discussion but not providing answers. Besides that, it also encourages students to actively participate. And as a teacher evaluator plays a and as an evaluator, teachers plays a role in assessing ongoing teaching and learning activities. This assessment is not only on the results, but more emphasis is placed on the learning process. The assessment is carried out either individually or in groups. The tool used in the evaluation is not only a test form as a data collection tool, but also in the form of teacher observation notes to see students' activities in class. So that's all. Thank you very much for having me on this presentation. My name is Alfi Shahrin Zainuddin, and I am so sorry for any mistake that I have made.